when you try so hard, you got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Ah, man, I tell you, what goes through the minds of the bigwigs when they come up with these ideas that just crash and burns? Do they at least try to put out surveys? Something? Yeah, the title. When a while back, someone leaked a Kingdom Hearts Disney cartoon, and it was pretty good. It was a draft, and I kind of liked it. I really liked it. It was really good. It had that cheesy corniness and that early 2000s feeling to it that felt really great, that I enjoyed about it. And like, wow, this it would be more interesting. It was showing Sora having some progression. It was showing Riku and him being manipulated by Maleficent. Kind of see him like, because in the game, Riku felt more like he was working with Maleficent, but he didn't really trust her. He was just doing it so he can get back at Sora. But this one made like, yeah, he's a kid. He can be manipulated. Make Riku look vulnerable in a way. So yeah, like we were robbed when I saw that. Like we were robbed. This had the potential of making something great, and we could be talking about this to this day on our childhood, saying, "Yo, this was fire." Instead, no, we didn't get that. It's like, as usual, a lot of good ideas get scrapped. Instead, they greenlit dumb ideas, and they crash and burn, or they last for a long time because they're easy money to make. And here we are. Then there's been rumors of a movie. You're like, Square Enix does, whether you hate or like their movies, they at least do amazing graphics with their movies. Amazing CGI. Remember Advent Children, where you hate it or like it, The Spirits Within was pretty good looking for its time. Then, whether you hate it or like it, same thing with the Final Fantasy 15 movie. It was still pretty good looking. Give it a good soundtrack, great animation, and there you go, man. Sometimes you just turn your brain off and just enjoy the visuals. That's all you need. And in Kingdom Hearts, oh yeah, you already know the fans would come and eat that up. Without a doubt. It would be easy. So, like, whatever happens, this at least has to be a show. Kingdom Hearts can't be a movie. It has to be a show. Remember, this is a rumor, by the way. But the fact that it keeps coming up so much, it's like, yo, this actually might happen. But is it by who, though? Is it going to be by Disney? Or is it by Square Enix? We all know Disney have a play in it, but who's going to be, like, running the animations and stuff? It's going to be CGI, 2D. Disney's been long gone for 2D, so no. It'd be cool with 2D, but I feel like it will be too, I don't know. I would like it to be cartoony. I really would like to be cartoony. I do. But unfortunately, Disney hasn't done anything good cartoony in a long time. Even with old cartoons. The animation is okay, but not to the par to make it really good. So, but then, it's live action! It's freaking live action! But man, have we been on a roll of good live action things based off of video games? Well, yeah. But this, however, is completely different. Live action TV shows, mainly Last of Us, um, Fallout, yeah. But this, no way. This is not gonna. You can't adapt this to a movie. The amount of worlds you go to, the secrets, the development, even just on the first game, it's impossible. You can't. You have to make it a show. And even then, it's nearly impossible because the live action. So you have to get a lot of actors to look like these characters. Going to Aladdin, going to Hercules. I highly doubt they're going to Tarzan World. Sorry, they're not. Going to Pinocchio's, going to Maestro. Going to Hollow Bastion, Final Fantasy characters. Are you gonna cut them out? Because I feel like if it's live action, I feel like they're gonna cut a lot of stuff out, and it's gonna be a movie. Bad idea. Bad idea. It has to be a show. But then again, the CGI and the graphic effects is gonna be cost a lot. It's just off the wall. Not to mention the props. It's gonna cost a lot. Then we have what? Hmm. Do you remember Roger Rabbit or Looney Tunes Back in Action, Space Jam? Those shows were, those movies were pretty good. You know, they may look a bit off now, but they were still good. You can rewatch them and enjoy yourself. And you had, especially Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit to this day still actually feels pretty damn good. So that's why if you watch it now today, it works. Imagine Sora meeting the characters, but they're cartoon like. You can save money, just work on the background props, but have the characters be animated. But Sora is, real stuff done on Goofy or cartoony as well. So that way it could work. If they do it like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, it could actually work. But then again, it has to be like a show. It can't be a movie. Like remember when the back up, but man, weren't you excited for Jack and Dexter movie? I'm like I said, it was the Jack and Dexter movie. Jack and Dexter 1 doesn't really have a plot. You can just have him going on his adventure on the way, going through Fire Canyon to Rock Village to the Mountain Pass to Red Sage's Hut, and then same with day. You can work with something there actually. They do a mini series where it's just him trying to get him back and stuff. Because most of the time you're collecting power cells, so you can do a heat shield or you can move a boulder. You can really cut that stuff out. That's just fat, really. That's just stuff for you to play. You can cut that out and just go straight doing the missions. But as you're doing the missions, you're fighting the lurkers. You're being chased by the lurkers and stuff. And then you have Gull and Maya looking in the background, hoping that they will be defeated. Have him fight the plant. You'd have him fight Claw. And then they discover what's going on and they find him. And there you go. You can easily make a Jack 1 movie. You just need a lot of good CGI and good props and stuff. And main character can't talk. Good luck, Tom Holland. But with Kingdom Hearts, it's different. You can't do that. There's a plot in Kingdom Hearts. The same thing as people are missing. You're on the quest to help your friends, to find your friends. And you have evil villains watching over you. And then at the end, you fight your rival. You help them out. You fight against the main boss. You save the girl, but you are still on your journey to find the King Riku. It's just too much. Now, if anything, Castle Oblivion would make more sense. Chain of Memories, they just can't do the card thing. They'll just have to find a way, but then again, people will be lost. Kingdom Hearts is going to be really hard to adapt if you're doing movie formation. It really is. I don't know why they want to do this. And the real question is who's going to be doing it, the West or the East? And that really does matter. The West will probably want to do a live action. And it'll be rushed. The East would probably want to do CGI. But then again, I just can't see it happening because the amount of detail you put into it. Don't get me started on Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, the thing I wish that these game adaptation movies would do is what if it was just another story in that universe? Just like Fallout. One reason why I really enjoy the Fallout show is that you can literally create your own adventure. Choose which quests you want to go on. Choose the factions. Choose how the story ends in Fallout. And because of that, you can pretty much make up anything. Any place, any area, any time, with any weapon, any kind of character you want it to be, with any companion. The choices are unlimited. That's why, because of that, Fallout show is technically easy to make. when you think about it. You just gotta make sure you have the props and the setting, and in the story yourself. Just make sure you know your lore, and then you go on your way. Other game adaptation is hard because you're doing things based off a story. But then again, what if you do something that's within that world, but you make a story about it that you won't get out of the games that you can't get? Imagine that, and it'll be canonized. That's what I wish where more game adaptation shows and movies would do. Instead of just doing the plot of the game, why not do something in part of that world, like a spin-off, a story that will be connected to the main story as the game progresses? So, okay, so we got this game, the main game, and instead of adapting, we're waiting on the main game to come out with a sequel. They come out with a live-action TV show or a movie that's placed in that universe will have an effect on the sequel of that game. You know, you have occurring characters, you have the main character going on some opposite, different quest. You know, that would be interesting. It really would. Sometimes you don't always have to do that. Wouldn't that be interesting? You know, seeing what other things our characters are up to instead of us being pissed off because, like, oh, you do this part right, you do that part right. Why not just create the story altogether? As long as it makes sense within that universe, I think go for it. That's just my opinion on the entire matter. That's the best way you can think of. Look at all the side content we have with Kingdom Hearts. Besides the three main games, we have Chain of Memories, we have Birth by Sleep, we have the mobile games, and another mobile game, Missing Link, coming out. You know, there's all side content. Now imagine if you take some side content, evolving Kingdom Hearts 4, and having a show or a movie off of it instead. Wouldn't it make more sense? Come on, people. That would make a lot more sense. And then just try to adapt something that's going to be hard to adapt. Like, just talk to the creators and tell them this is what's the story that's going to happen. Well, these characters and that's going to be doing this. As will lead up to Kingdom Hearts 4. But while we're waiting on Kingdom Hearts 4, while we're waiting on other side games, if we get any, besides the mobile ones, we do this. Because let's face it, when a lot of people who played Kingdom Hearts 3, or whether they were new to it, or they played it but they didn't play all the games, or they did play all the games but they didn't follow the mobile games, a lot of people were confused towards the end. Like, who are these characters they're talking about? Who is the girl? Who are the experiments? Who was the person that Sayax and Lee were looking for? They didn't know that. They didn't know that because they didn't follow the mobile games. You know, we all thought that Lee and Isa were going to the Radiant Guardian Castle to become guards, and because that was their dream and that was it. We knew they were going there so they can talk to the girl from Union Cross. We didn't know that if you didn't play the mobile games. If you didn't watch the mobile games, you know? So when you go into it, then when you're seeing Sora riding on a Keyblade, you see Ephemer. People are like, who the heck is that? We don't know who Ephemer is because you didn't play the mobile games. Or you didn't see that one cutscene where he has one scene in, you know? You didn't see these things, so you don't know. It's just, I wish they didn't do that. Because you're putting very important content into your mobile games, and not a lot of people can follow the mobile games, unfortunately. And that's the truth. But I know I'm getting off track, but I'm trying to say how this can work. The only way this can work if they do a Kingdom Hearts side story. Hey, they're good at making Kingdom Hearts side stories. Why not just make another one and put it into a movie format? Now, the hard decision is whether it's going to be live action or CGI. But since they want to do live action, good luck with that. But that's just me, man. Anyways, what do you think about this, man? How is this going to play out if it does happen? How would you like it to be? For that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This is the Madcrown on Anime. Signing out.